Hello my dear students, this is fourth lecture of chemistry chapter, that is acid, bases and salts. In this lecture we are going to discuss about the chemical properties of base, and first one is reaction with metal. Let me take the example of base, that is NaOH, sodium hydroxide. It reacts with zinc metal to produce respective salt, that is sodium zincate. Chemical formula for sodium zincate is Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas is released. So this is the chemical reaction between the base and the metal to produce the salt and hydrogen gas. So the next one is reaction with acid. So this one, the reaction of base with acid, we have studied earlier, that is neutralization reaction. So whenever a base is treated with the acid, it is going to neutralize and then it will produce the salt and water as the products. Let's take one chemical reaction and study this one. Base, we will take NaOH plus acid, we will take hydrochloric acid. The products formed are NaCl, that is sodium chloride, plus water is released. Let me take another chemical reaction. Here I will take the base KOH, that is potassium hydroxide, plus here I will take nitric acid HNO3. It is going to produce KNO3 salt, that is potassium nitrate, plus water is released. So this is the example for the reaction of base with acids. It is also known as neutralization reaction. And the next one is base reacts with non-metallic oxides. Base reacts with non-metallic oxides. Here, by taking one chemical reaction, we will study this one. We will take the base, that is NaOH plus carbon dioxide. It is a non-metallic oxide. The product formed are metal carbonate, that is sodium carbonate, plus water is released here. So this is the chemical reaction for the base which reacts with non-metallic oxide to produce salt, that is sodium carbonate, and water is released. So these are the chemical properties of base. And the next one is addition of acid or base to water. So this addition of acid or base to water is also known as diluting process. So while doing this process, while diluting an acid or the base, the precaution we should take that always the acid should be added to water with the constant stirring. That is, acid should be added to water. This one is the right method, not the water to acid. By alphabetical order also we can remember that acid comes first and then the water. A comes first and then the W. By this way also we can remember that acid, always the acid should be added to water, not the water to acid. It is because when we are going to add the acid to water, it is highly exothermic in nature. This reaction is very exothermic. If we add the water to acid, then it will produce more amount of heat. As a result, that solution may splash out from the beaker, and sometimes the beaker also may break, and it may leads to the injury to that person. So to reduce this injury, we have to always add the acid to water, not the water to acid. We have to remember this point. And the next one is similarities between acids and base. What are the similar components? What are the similar ions present in the acids and base? We will study. So all the acids will produce H plus ion, produces H plus ions. It is about the acids. Acid produce H plus ions, and it is having H plus ion in common. How this H plus ion is common in all the acids? We will take some examples of the acid and then we will study. See, here I will take the nitric acid, HNO3. It is having H plus and NO3 minus ions, that is cation and anion. This is a radical. And then HCl, it is also having H plus ion in common and Cl minus ion. And H2SO4, it is having H2 plus SO4 minus, and 3COOH, that is acetic acid. It is having H plus and CH3COO minus ion. In this way, all the acids are having H plus ions in common. We can tell that acids usually having H plus ions in common, and the negative ion may be different. Okay, and let's come to the base. Usually all the bases are having OH minus ions in common. And produce OH minus ion in water. So let's take some examples of the base, that is sodium hydroxide we can take, potassium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, and calcium hydroxide. These are the examples of some bases, and the ions present in these bases are sodium plus ion and OH minus ion. Here K plus ion and OH minus ion. Here Mg plus ion, OH minus ion, calcium plus ion, OH2 minus ion. Means they are having different cations but have the same anion, that is OH minus. All the bases are having OH minus ions in common, and all the acids are having H plus ions in common. This is the similarities between acids and bases. And the next one is acid or base in water solution. what happens to the acid or base when it is added to the water? We already learned that acid is going to produce H plus ions in the water. So by taking a chemical reaction, we will study that acid in water, what happens here, HCl added in water. This HCl is going to split into H plus and Cl minus, and one point we should remember that H plus ion is always combined with the water, not exist as a H plus ion, it will be exist as a H3O plus ion, that is hydronium ion, that is H3O plus ion. This H plus ion is going to combine with water and to produce H3O plus ion as well as Cl minus ion. This is the chemical reaction when the acid is added to the water. It is going to produce H plus ion, and that H plus ion is going to combine with the water to produce H3O plus ion, and the chlorine is produced along with that. And what about the bases? We already know that base produce OH minus ions. So let me take an example of the base, that is sodium hydroxide. I will take, it is added to the water, it is going to produce Na plus and OH minus. Let me take another example of the base, that is potassium hydroxide added to water, it will produce K plus and OH minus ion. So in this way, acid or base in water solution is shown. Okay, this is the example for acid or a base in a water solution. So the next one is strength of the acid or base. How strong the strength, how strong the acid and bases are. It is calculated, it is estimated by using the universal indicator. So universal indicator, it is a mixture of several indicators, and this universal indicator is going to show different colors in different concentration of acid or base. By that colors we can measure how strong the acid or the base is. Okay, and one more is there, that is pH scale. pH scale, it is a scale to measure the strength of the acid or base. On the pH scale, pH 7 indicates the neutral property of a solution. If pH value is below 7, it is acidic solution. If the pH value is above 7, it is basic solution. So if the pH scale shows 7, it is having a neutral solution. If the pH value is below 7, then it is known to be as acidic solution. If the pH value is more than 7 or above the 7, it is a basic solution. And one more thing is that in the pH, that P stands for potens. It is a German letter derived from German. So this potens means power of hydrogen. So this is all about today's lecture.